Hi everyone, it's me, Ghost Critic, and second video of the weekend, just to tie up all the rest of the titles I bought this week. Obviously there was the big issue 160 of Ultimate Spider-Man, which has had a great response. Thank you very much, and thank you for all the new subscribers that have been checking out my channel of late. Thank you very much. It's always appreciated when we get new guys and gals onto the channel, so thank you. Anyway, let's get on. We've got 4 comics today, and we start with, it's Green Arrow, and it's number 13, and this is the first title without JT Kroll. It's the first time that we don't have a Brightest Day banner on even. Is this going to make this title any better now? Not really. Let's see. To be honest, I really found this particular issue quite morbid and quite sick in a way. We start off with this girl in hospital and there's a huge explosion. Turn to the next page and we have Green Arrow doing target practice with cadavers. Yes, here are some bodies that have had their arms and legs chopped off. They're stuck on a target on the other side of the room and he's chucking arrows at them basically. I don't know, it felt a bit icky. That's all I can really say. Fine, he's using them to check out how and what implications his bow and arrow has on, you know, when he shoots them at people and how much damage he can do. But I don't know, it just seemed a little bit over the top. And it doesn't, the kind of morbid sense and the kind of darkness this title suddenly has grabbed onto under the helm of this new writer, James Patrick, continues. We get this introduction of Federal Marshal Haley Donovan. Now she wants to enlist Green Arrow into escorting a religious terrorist to another facility. This is indeed Reverend Billy Miggs. I would presume he's the one who's been targeting all these places and who blew up the hospital from the very first page, which seems to have just been left by the by. But of course, obviously Green Arrow says, fine, I'll do it for you. And you know what's coming. There is the escorting across the town and the van is attacked. So it's up to Green Arrow to stop this kind of rescue mission of the baddie of the tale, and the Reverend escapes. Green Arrow has his shot. He doesn't take it because he realises he's made some very bad decisions in the past, tying in with various storylines previously from his latest JLA days and all that. And I don't know. The title, again, you've got to think, obviously JT Kroll's been taken off the title because he's busy doing the new titles for the new reVamp in September. So I don't know whether they've just chucked it at this guy to come up with a quick 2-issue storyline to finish it off. But and we'll see it again in the next title, I just feel what was essentially a great idea, titles that had moments of brilliance and fun and entertainment, are going out with somewhat of a whimper, and it is such a shame, especially on titles like this, which I was really excited to pick up and see where it went, but I wouldn't recommend it. Next, it's Zatanna, and it's issue 14, and another title with another new writer and creative team. Paul Dini, he's gone off again, probably to make sure all his titles that he's doing for the new DC reVamp gets done and out on time. etc. So instead we have it's Adam Beechan on the storyline, and this is an isolated kind of one-shot story with Zatanna and Zachary and their relationship that can be quite fraught. Zatanna being the big sister and chastising the little brother for, you know, basically having a little bit of fun. Yes, he's been a bit of a douche at the same time, but you know, he's just kind of letting his hair down. But of course, doing this, he makes mistakes, and this Japanese succubus takes him over. And there's a big magical battle fight scenes where obviously Zatanna comes out as the winner through devious ways. And again, it was a kind of there was some amusing moments, but not really enough to make it as entertaining as this title has been over the last year. And again, it is such a shame. I love this title, and it's another one that's going out more with a little whimper than a wow. But fortunately, Zatanna is not lost. She will be on the JLA Dark team come September. So Zatanna isn't gone for good. Next, from DC, it's Brightest Day, The Search for Swamp Thing, issue 1. To be honest, I think I only picked up this. Fine, it's got the whole Swamp Thing and John Constantine element to it, which is always fun. But I don't know whether this is going to be particularly exciting or worth the read. But I just wanted to finish off the whole Brightest Day saga, for want of a better word, to see, you know, just to tie up all the loose ends, especially where obviously the Swamp Thing is connected. This is kind of like the first foray, really, of Constantine into the DC universe. He's been over there on Vertigo doing his own thing. We knew he was coming into the new DCU. And here he is, our first look at him. We were told, yes, he's going to look younger, and he certainly does. And he does seem, I don't know, there are moments in here where he is tricked by this Swamp Thing. It's acting a little bit crazy, a little bit out of character. Obviously, he doesn't have the Alec Holland kind of memory, or what he thinks is memory, to keep him in check, kind of thing. So this is a Swamp Thing let loose, kind of primal earth element, and he's going a bit crazy. It's a fun title. You get some cameos from Batman, and I'm presuming this is the Dick Grayson Batman, given that Dick doesn't seem to recognise John Constantine, and I'm sure, unless we're differentiating Vertigo from DC, but John Constantine has definitely met Batman before. He's definitely even spoken to him. So I'm guessing this is Dick, and why Dick doesn't recognise him and doesn't know what the hell John is going on about half the time. We get a little cameo from Zatanna, who helps him out with the whole John's poisoned and holding back all that. It was okay. It was kind of entertaining read for about 5 or 10 minutes. It'll be interesting now that the two entities, as in Alec Holland and the Swamp Thing, are disconnected. I have a feeling maybe they're going to be rejoined. And again, it's kind of, and I don't want to keep saying this because the stories are still relevant, but is there a point to them given the revamp in September? How far back are they, again, a word I don't really want to use, but rebooting? Is there going to be a point to this story? Is it going to affect the new DCU come September? Let's just read it as it is. It's only 3 issues, and this is the first one of 3. It might be worth a pick up. And finally, Fables 106. Now this is definitely my pick of the week, apart from Ultimate Spider-Man. This is my pick of the week of the rest. This is what we were hoping was going to be the big smackdown between the Northwind and Darkman. and you're not going to be disappointed. The fight seems to be quite short and sweet, and tied up very, very nicely. Sacrifices are made, but of those short fight scenes between the two, amazing. The artwork, as usual, by Buckingham is just beautiful to look at. The panelling, the structure of it all, it's very exciting, it's dynamic. I just love, I love Fables anyway, but this was a great issue. And the great thing about Willingham is, yes, you are expecting these huge, big fight scenes to have it such a big impact, but what is made of the fight is really kind of overshadowed by what comes after it. And this is what Willingham, I think, does really best. Yes, he smacks you with that fight, and it's fun, and it's exciting, and then you get the focus on the repercussions from that fight. You get tiny little hints of what's going to be coming in the future, and that, to me, is more important than the actual fight in the end. Yes, I've been waiting for this fight for months and months. We knew this was kind of going to happen. There was going to be this big fight. We thought it was going to be this whole superhero team that was going to be against him, and then, you know, Willingham and Buckingham just throw you for a loop, and in comes just like a one-on-one with Darkman and Northwind. But as I said, that leaves us with repercussions, not only for people like Big B, but Rose Red, the farmyard animals waiting for Boy Blue to come in and save the day. It's just a great title. It'll be interesting to see where these guys take this title next. Always excited to pick up and find out what's gonna happen in this title. Definitely pick it up. I guess it's going to start a new story arc next month, so definitely a chance to jump on. And that is it, me out for this week. As usual, if this is your first time, subscribe. If you've been here ages or not, you know, thumb it up. Tell me you like it. Put some comments down on the bottom. I tend to reply to just about everybody. And check me out over on Twitter. I've got the same username, Ghost Critic. Always chat on there about TV, comics, anything else that's going on really. Anyway, that's me for this week. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.